My name is Laura. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Valerie's younger sister by a year and a half, as Valerie always likes to clarify. My dearest Val, I am so very proud and honored today to stand beside you as your Mo. As I anticipated, you look absolutely stunning and are every bit the simply elegant bride that you hope to be. I knew that this day would eventually come, and I looked forward to it, but with bittersweet feelings. A part of me is delighted that God brought Gregor, as I like to call him, into your life, and that you can hardly wait to walk down that aisle today. But another part of me was a touch sad because today, we say goodbye to one of the most dedicated members of the Single Sisters Club. Yes, I don't know if you all know this, but Val and I are co-founders of this organization. Val and I founded the Single Sisters Club during our university years when we noticed that many women around us were lamenting about not having a man in their lives. Finding or having a boyfriend was their complete focus. And we came to the conclusion that God had a purpose for our singleness and that our efforts could be much better spent enjoying this stage of our lives. And we did. with summer sisters trips to exotic places like Niagara Falls, touring Eastern Canada, and most recently Panama, we've had many, many good times. Val, there's no one else I would have rather had these adventures with. And it's true that you're one of the only people who can get me really mad. But I guess that goes along with being sisters. But you're also one of the people who are best at getting me to calm down and to relax. And today, in honor of your membership in the Single Sisters Club, I'd like you to come and stand with me and say one last time the poem of the Single Sisters Club.
Written by them.
I wrote it down in case you forgot. Single sisters, we know relationships can be worse than blisters. We are happy with who we are, remembering daily we're a superstar. We are happy with who we are, remembering daily we're a superstar, right? We will wait for a worthy man to love us and be our greatest fan. Until that day, fun for the games will sub in the irreplaceable Single Sisters Club. I'm not quite finished. I just wanted to clarify that, Greg, obviously your relationship is not worse than a blister. Now, when you did first start seeing Val, I wasn't too sure about this Greg fellow with all of his somewhat cheesy pickup lines, which you got to hear some of already tonight. But after a while, I got to know a little bit more about Gregor. That he cooks over the campfire when camping and not on the Coleman stove like the Van Hool sisters. That he plays different rules in Monopoly. And that apparently ours aren't the real ones.
That's because your dad taught you.
And also that Greg has a pun for every sentence you say.
Except that one.
And I also came to see that Greg cares deeply for the people that he loves, including, most importantly, my Val. Gregors, I'm very thankful to have you join our family. I think you'll fit in really well, and I'm looking forward to many years ahead with you guys. I love you both. A toast to Greg and Val. One more time.
I don't mind. Because I shut the D&D
quite busy in the summertime then, or?
Yeah. Because of the Shakespeare Festival, that's where I got most of my.
Our daughter Valerie, share them with you. Valerie Lenore Van Zwolle came into the world in a hurry on January 27, 1983. I remember Weva and I racing to get to the hospital in time for her birth. We never made it to the delivery room because our second daughter was ready to come into the world while we were still in what was considered the labor room at Palmerston Hospital. That was not the last of the excitement that Valerie experienced in her life. On a Sunday night, and you already know this, when she was 4 months old, she again took me by surprise by turning over from her back to her stomach while laying on the bathroom counter. However, it was her downfall because she fell from the counter onto the floor. When her crying led us to find out that she had a broken leg, we again made a fast trip to Palmerston Hospital. From there it was a trip onto London's War Memorial Children's Hospital, where Valerie and I stayed for 18 days while she laid in traction with her legs up and her head down at a slant. I have to say that she was a great patient and would smile and goo even while laying upside down. Was that the end of the excitement for her? Oh no. Then there was the time
I don't know what's so funny about that. Anyway, Greg, I think you are sincere, and my gut feel is when you want to take something, then you give it your best shot. I think that's a good hockey term, isn't it? Anyway, welcome. Now, I asked Valerie, I said, what's the purpose of Dad speaking? Whether that's a chance for the last sermon or not, I don't know, but she did not give me any clear direction, so I got some free hand here. Yeah, Val, you can't argue with me on that, because you know from past experience, if you and me start arguing, Mom doesn't like that. Well, we don't call it arguing, we call it exchanges of opinions. And I think that's quite normal, actually. But, anyway, I think it's good. I really enjoyed Laura's little speech about the Sisters Club. Single Sisters Club. I think it's really good to belong to a club. And you know, and it's not a joke, Val. This is reality. Greg, he also became a member of a club. And what I want to do is I want to make use of this occasion, and that you are the kind of leader that Val wants to follow, because she has to.